The Council of Elders had ruled the Orion expanse for over 20,000 years. They had seen empires rise, shatter, and be rebuilt from ashes. Entire species had lived and died under their watchful eyes. To them, history was not a book but a library, vast, endless, and filled with cautionary tales. Yet one record stood apart from the rest, a single line, inscribed in the Codex of Prohibited Wars. Do not engage humanity. Do not provoke them. Do not challenge them. For millennia, the elders obeyed. They did not explain why. They never elaborated. And they never erased the warning. But then, the younger races grew bold. The Vryxian Dominion, an ambitious warfaring coalition, laughed at the Codex. Why should we fear a backwater species confined to a blue rock? Their warlord sneered. The humans are fragile, short-lived, and insignificant. We control 300 star systems. They barely control one. The elders only gave their final warning. You will not like what awakens if you strike them. The Vryxians ignored it. The war began in silence. Without warning, Dominion fleets darkened Earth's skies. Orbital bombardment scorched oceans. Cities turned to glass. Billions cried out in terror. And then, silence ended. From the ruins of Luna Base, a single human transmission pulsed across the stars. No speeches. No pleas. Just 3 words, cold and precise. We are awake. The first retaliation came swiftly. Dominion patrol fleets in nearby sectors simply vanished. Their last recorded images showed shadows, massive shapes sliding out of the void, vessels without known designations, their hulls absorbing light as though the universe itself bent to shield them. The Shadow Fleet had returned. For centuries, Earth had hidden them, warships older than most empires, relics from wars forgotten by all but humanity. Each was a city-sized predator forged in desperation during an ancient conflict the galaxy never recorded. Humanity had sworn never to unleash them again. But the Vryxians had torn that oath apart. And so, one by one, the predators awoke. The Vryxian Dominion thought their numbers would overwhelm. Their fleets numbered in the thousands, their armies in the trillions. But human war was never about numbers. It was about inevitability. When the Dominion invaded Sol's asteroid belt, the rocks themselves moved. Autonomous weapons, disguised as mining stations, activated and shredded warships with mass drivers older than the Dominion itself. When they attempted to occupy Mars, the red sands opened, swallowing soldiers into underground bunkers where automated human drones turned their every step into slaughter. When they besieged Earth's orbit, they faced the Shadow Fleet. And the fleet did not fight to win, it fought to erase. Reports spread like wildfire through the Orion expanse. Entire Dominion armadas destroyed in minutes. Generals executed before their troops by invisible strikes. Planets stripped of military infrastructure overnight, left in silence. What unsettled the galaxy most was not humanity's power, it was their calm. There was no rage. No fury. No cries for vengeance. Only methodical silence, as if humanity had been waiting patiently for this moment, as if they had fought wars like this before, wars no other species had survived. The elders watched with grim recognition. They had seen this once, long ago. They remembered why they carved the warning into the Codex. And as the Vryxian Dominion's territories burned, they mourned, not for the humans, but for the fools who had woken them. On the eve of the Dominion's final collapse, the last surviving warlord of the Vryxians stood before his shattered fleet. His voice trembled as he broadcast across the stars. Why? Why do you fight with such precision? With such cruelty? A human voice answered, soft but unyielding. You asked for war. We don't start them. We finish them. The war ended in less than a year. The Dominion was no more. Its worlds lay silent, its fleets nothing but drifting debris. The elders reconvened, their withered faces heavy with dread. They had hoped the warning would never need repeating. But now, new generations of species would rise, ambitious and reckless, as the Vryxians had been. And so, the elders added to the codex. This time, they did not carve a warning. They carved a commandment. Never challenge humanity. Never wake the sleeping giants. For if you do, the stars themselves will burn at their march.